All right, Shalom is your Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I'd like to give our praise, our honor, and our glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Bracha HaKodash, the honest to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who's taught us this 100% truth. Shalom to the hopefully elect. Shalom to all the Akim, pushing his truth and sincerity. And shalom to the sincere Akwaf that may be out there watching and learning. So, brother, you call from the Genius Columbus, Ohio branch, coming back again with another lesson through the Spirit. This is just a quick lesson. Just going into the prosperity of the wicked man, we're in this truth, we serve the Lord, and when you come to serve the Lord, and it speaks about that in Sirach too. And a matter of fact, I'll just get it real quick, just a little bit. Classic precept, but it's worth getting. Sirach 2 at the top says, My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. See, whatsoever is brought upon thee, Salakia, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. And that's the point, because when you come in this truth, man, the Lord will bring you to a low that you wouldn't expect, you know, and it's all ultimately to test you, all right? See if you'll stay in the fight, see if you'll still reverence and honor Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all right, and not go out of your wits trying to gather everything back, you know. When you're brought to this lower state, man, you should be trying to lock in more in the spirit, and it's not easy, because end of the day, we are still in the flesh and we still have to deal with, everyday life, getting our daily bread, etc. But at the end of the day, when you down and out, you gotta really lock in with the Lord, man, you know, and keep that hope and keep that faith that Yahweh Shai Shai will give you back everything that you lost. All right. But I wanted to go in this, saying just in regards to that, because you see people that live wicked ass lifestyles, promote wickedness, all these things, and yet it seems that they're winning in life. You see, it seems that the Lord is on their side. Like, damn, you got all these riches, you getting all this money, these dudes that got all the women, this, that, the third, you know, and you ain't doing that for your how about some outside. You following after idols, Jesus, Buddha, Allah, all these different religions, what I'm saying, following after false gods, being shiesty to one another, etc. And you're winning. How is that? But the scriptures tell us don't envy them. I just want to get a few precepts going into that. Proverbs 24, verse 1, it says, Be not thou envious against evil men, neither desire to be with them. You see? Don't desire to be with them, man. You know, we've all had a past, and we all were, we all dwelt in the midst of something that was wicked, that was against Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and it's not something that we should desire to go back to, man. It's not something that we should, idolize, what I'm saying, and put at the forefront of our lives. All right. Let them niggas have their way, man. Let them do what they gonna do. All right. Because at the end of the day, they got a judgment coming to them. All right. We got to really understand that and take hold to that. I hope and pray that we don't fall victim and fall in the ways of in which we tried to pull away and that we did pull away. It says, verse 2, For their heart studieth destruction and their lips talk mischief. See, this is just what they do. At the end of the day, ultimately, the Lord has set them up to be that way. Okay, and the Lord has given us light. The Lord has revealed this truth unto us. The Lord has shown us a better way. The Lord has shown us, hey, I got you. All right. And I know for sure in my life specifically, that the Lord has shown up for me in many, many, many ways. No matter how hard it's gotten, no matter how hard it is, no matter how hard it will get, the Lord has shown me a lot of things, man. you know. And I'm not alone in this fight. All right. And neither are you. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. We gotta have faith in that, man. We don't gotta go to extreme lengths to try and make a buck. We don't gotta go to extreme lengths to try and get people to like us. All right. We doing this for the Lord's sake. All right. We doing this for that eternal glory. All right. That eternal clean kingdom. We're not doing it for this temporary gain, man, because that's all this world brings. Temporary satisfaction. You see? Now let's get a few more to these cross references. Get this. Psalms 37, starting at verse 1, it says, Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be not envious against the workers of iniquity. See? For they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb. Soon enough, these people's time is going to come, all right, where they're going to be judged. It seems like a long time. It seems like, what I'm saying, they had a long reign, whatever. What's that precept? Let's see. Yep. So 20 and verse 5 says, let me see. Yes, Job 20, also verse 4 says, Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed on earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? You see? From Esau, Edom, and even to, wicked ass Jake, man. You know? Like I said, it seems long to us because it's just because we in the flesh. The flesh it has a hold of us. All right. But at the end of the day, saying in the sight of the Lord, man, it's not that long, man. You know, and the Lord is on our side. All right, and we are going to eventually get that victory. We're going to eventually, you know, be able to, reign. All right, and have everything at our disposal as these wicked people have. All right, and ours is going to be 100 times, a million times better than what these people have. You see the scriptures speak about the Lord giving us 100-fold for the things that we've forsaken in this life. All right, and most importantly, it's going to be done in righteousness, man. You see, and that's one thing about a lot of things in life. And I think about, man, when I do certain things, I just want to be in the right. You know, Jake don't like to be wrong. You know, who wants to have to worry like, damn, did I fuck up? You know, we don't want that, man. If you really care about the Lord, if you really in this truth, you see, you want to be in the right, and these people, they're not in the right, man. You see, and at the end of the day, majority of them, they know that their time is coming, okay, when they're gonna lose out. They know, okay, they know their time is coming. All right, they know that, you know, their end is gonna come. You see young niggas in the hood more and more. You know what I'm saying? While they got all these money, they robbing niggas and this and that. You see, you see, a lot of them, or majority of them, are willing to say, "Yeah, man, I'm going to hell." I know, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So they know what comes with the way that they live. You think these wicked elites and everything don't know what's coming with they live? Why you think they're rushing to get things done? But we can get that real quick too. Um, Thessalonians, or I'm tripping, Revelations. What was I thinking about Thessalonians? Anyway, Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is coming down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. See, they got a short time, man. All right, so that's why they're trying to hurry up and pass all these laws and invade all these lands and gather up all this money and all this oil and all this gold, and all the precious resources. You see, forwarding their agendas. All right, because they know their time is coming. All right, you know they've lived deliciously, as the scriptures speak about. All right, for a nice little minute. All right, in our eyes, you see, and it's about time for the tables to turn. Okay, and it's gonna happen here soon, man. Lord willing, man. You know, a lot of prophecy is coming to pass. Okay, so we gotta just stay focused. All right, Shalaki, and keep our eyes on the prize, man. You see. Let's see. Let me get one more on these cross references, and then I'll end it off. Yeah, let's get this one. Proverbs 3. Mm, get to the point. Proverbs 3, in verse 31, it says, thou, envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. See, Esau, Edom, oppressing us, downtrodden us. Fuck it, man. It's part of his lot. All right. Yeah, I hate you, nigga, but I don't want what you got. See, I want more than what you got. All right. And through the Lord, we will receive that. You see. So enjoy your time, enjoy your reign. All right. Do what you got to do. All right. Because just know, Yahweh, through his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai, is coming back to bring a vicious judgment upon this place. All right. And it's going to happen real soon. So, just let these people have it, man. Let them have it. See? But I'm going to end off here, Job 21 and verse 30. Or, see. I'll start at 29. It says, have you not asked them that go by the way, and do ye not know their tokens, that the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction, that they shall be brought forth to the day of wrath? So it's a reason why, saying, there's still a bunch of wicked people out here, saying, so-called prospering and everything like that. Because they're getting saved for the day of destruction, man. They're not escaping. All right, even the ones that died, got killed, whatever, they're not escaping the judgment to come. All right, you Edomites are not definitely not escaping shit. All right, everybody's gonna get a taste. All right, everyone. See, and through the spirit, all right, the righteous of the world, we're willing, there's us men, all right, that have this 100% truth, all right, are receiving our judgment and our punishment and our testing grounds right now. See, let me see, real quick. Yep. 1 Corinthians 11:32. But when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord, that we should not be condemned with the world. See, so we're receiving our chastening and everything right now, man. All right, but you others, man, it has some. The Lord has something far greater for you in the end. All right. So first, brothers, man, we don't gotta be salty at the fact that these wicked people are winning. All right. At the end of the day, it's their world. The scriptures speak about the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right. Spearheading with Esau, Edom. All right. But it even trickles down to wicked ass Jake, man. All right. They got a part in this place too. You know what I'm saying? Following after their father, the devil. All right. So let them have it, man. Our turn will come where we will reign. We will win. All right. And with that, Lord willing, those edifying. And we give our praise, honor, and glory again unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bracha HaKodash. Double honors again to the elders and apostles.